Thanks so much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. Even in retirement, periodically I need a vacation. I had a long anticipated vacation about 4 months ago where I went on a road trip. I really wanted to go on this road trip. My wife went with me. She was less eager to go on the road trip. We had a good time, but ended up driving about 2,000 miles for the purpose of getting back and forth to Nashville. Nashville was a very pleasant city. The Great Smokies Park had its attractions. But on arrival home, we were each diagnosed with COVID. My wife ended up in the hospital. I had a course of Paxlovid. Then we spent the rest of the fall recovering. Now, in the fall, we have the Jewish holidays, and we take a full load of classes at the Osher Institute, which completed last week. So I am ready for a vacation. Not a long vacation, not a fully planned extravaganza vacation, just to get away. Now, in the past, I've given myself a few days by myself in the winter. I've been to the Poconos. Uh, that went well one year, not so well another year. I went to Penn State by myself and fundamentally enjoyed it, though it was during a cold snap. This time, I only want to go away for 2 nights or 3 nights. But what I'd like is a cruise ship that doesn't float and one that does not require airfare. Now, Las Vegas has lots of places um, predicated on hedonism. That is what I want, but I don't want the ordeal of getting there. Florida probably has places like that, but I found Florida a basically distasteful place to be. So that's not a repeat trip, and it requires airfare. That leaves me primarily the mid Atlantic. Now, there are resorts. Uh, I'm willing to drive about 3 hours. There are some ski resorts. I don't want to go skiing, and I don't want to pay the premium that ski resorts have to charge to maintain their slopes, which I'm not going to use. Atlantic City is a good bet. It is off season. They still have shows. They still have um, they still have their buffets and their spas. It's not Las Vegas. Atlantic City is really a summer resort. They even have their swimming pools outdoors. I don't know why. Other places in the northern latitudes have the seichel to put their swimming pools indoors, so they are available all year round. There is a spa, and I assume there is a fee for using the spa. They also charge parking, but the room rates are very reasonable. There are places in Maryland that have their uh, amenities, the pampering type of amenities. There's a place in Long Island that I almost went to a year or two ago. So, options for a brief getaway are very much available to me. My wife proposed some dates. They're not the dates I would have chosen, but they are dates and they are for getaways. They're actually not much different than the times I've gone by myself for 2 or 3 nights in terms of time of year. It's early January, and I've been mostly lucky with driving that's uh, not particularly hazardous. So I'm leaving this on the want to do list, not quite ready to transfer to the will do list, but almost ready. Just a little more exploration and a little more thought as to what I am willing to spend in exchange for what I get. Thanks so much for sharing this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.